Expectation.
Oh my god, it's such a beautiful day outside. I think I should go get some sunlight and play some ball.
Reality.
I thought we had this really big open relationship because me and Coby have talked about teen pregnancy, we've talked about sex, we've talked about drugs, we've talked about bullying, we've talked about all of it. And I thought that he knew he could come to me with anything.
What's something that you're afraid of?
I have arachnophobia. That means I'm a huge fear of spiders. I'm terrified of spiders. It could be like a tiny little baby spider. I'm terrified of it.
All through Coby's elementary school, he did great. He loved it. He loved to go to school. And he had fun at school. He had friends.
Are you excited for school?
Yes. Can't wait to make new friends.
I mean, his grades are they're phenomenal. When we get to the 6th grade level, they switch the schools, which I think is absurd.
Excuse me, may I go to the bathroom? I have really bad kidneys. No, I let you go to the bathroom 3 years ago. Nobody need to go to the bathroom that much.
You shouldn't have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 all in the same building. I'm sorry.
At first, it was just kind of scuffling the feet, I don't want to go. Well, it progressed to, Mom, I want to switch schools.
All right, class, well, it's time for me to collect the homework. There was homework?
And then I ended up pulling him from Maysville and I put him in Foxfire for a 2-week period. And academically, Coby felt like he wasn't learning anything and he was getting really bored. So we agreed to send him back to Maysville with the condition he had to finish out this year. And, we could reevaluate his situation at the end of the year.
Coby gets sick.
He was out of school for 3 weeks with mono, which, looking back, it was probably good enough to be a week out, but every morning he had a different complaint. Mom, my throat's kind of sore today. Mom, my belly's hurt today. Mom, I got that headache again. Mom, I've got a fever again. So, under the doctor's orders, if he doesn't feel like it, don't send him. But at the end of 3 weeks, it's like, Coby, you're going back to school.
She tried to send him to school on Monday. He didn't want to go. Did not want to go. He was holding the door jams and all this. Didn't want to go.
And I thought, you know what, I'm not fighting you this much. So I didn't send him.
Tuesday, she said they went and seen the family doctor. The family doctor talked to him in private. Wednesday, he went to school. Lasted
about half an hour. I got a call to come pick him up. He was sick.
And then, of course, Thursday. Thursday was the bad day.
So when he got up Thursday to go to school, the first thing I did was take his temperature. No fever. Made sure he didn't have any bathroom issues going on. And I said, you're going to school. Mom, I don't want to go to school. So I immediately called Dad and I said, here, you deal with him because I'm having a tough time again and I'm not caving in this time.
I get him on the phone. I said, dude, you have to go to school. And if my son was different, he actually grunted. He did it often. And when I said that, he just went, "Arr." I'm like, look, dude, you have to go. I said, I had to do it. Your mom had to do it. Your brothers all had to do it. You got to go. And,
Oh, dogs? Yeah, I love dogs. They're great.
I had made him a deal a week prior to this. He wanted a pug. An ugly little pug. So I made him a deal. I said, if you finish out this school year, do great. There's 10 weeks left. You do good. If you finish this out doing good, you go every day, no problems. I'll buy you a pug. I mean, he had this pug named and everything. Edgar. Who names a dog Edgar? Dumb name. But, I mean, and he told me, he said, I'm not worried about a pug now. should have been a red flag to me, but you couldn't have told me. You couldn't have told me a million times this was going to happen to my kid. You couldn't have told it to me. No way. So I said, well, you got to go to school. Have a great day. I love you. He said, I love you too, Dad. I said, now go get your mom.
He finally kind of relented and put his socks and shoes on. And I went out to get him a dose of amoxicillin. It was 7:52. Our bus usually gets here about anywhere from 7:55 to 8 o'clock. And while I was getting his medicine, Coby walks away, which isn't really uncommon. So my first instinct is he's in the bathroom. He's feigning that he's sick.
And I'm on the phone the whole time. The whole time. She's looking for him, couldn't find him. I heard her open up his door. She closed the door, went into our bedroom. He wasn't in there.
At this point, I'm getting kind of angry because now I think he's hiding from me because he won't go to school. I go in his room and I see him laying on the floor. Okay, and at first I think he's faking. I really do. I think he's faking.
The last thing I heard on the phone was she screamed and blood. She hung up on me.
So I immediately dialed 911. My niece was here. I hollered at her. And I started checking for a pulse. There was none. There was a little bit of blood that you could see from the outside. But when I took his little backpack off of his back, there was a lot of blood.
I want to take a picture.
Thank you.
When this all happened, and after all this happened, I mean, the sheriff's department's got his cell phone, so we don't know what he's in his cell phone. We finally got into his Facebook. There was nothing in his Facebook, and we finally got into his Xbox because he was a gamer. He did a lot of stuff on the Xbox, and those messages were just like, and we had no idea.
We had found an account that he was talking to a little girl that we believe is from Florida. And the things that we were reading in the messages between the two of them was absolutely devastating to me. And had my child told me any of this, he'd have never went back to school.